I'm glad to hear that. People like that believe in spirituality. It's positive and healthy. I'll stop by any time. Let's have lunch. It was a great pleasure. See you later. Aloy said goodbye to his brothers and took a taxi. Soon he was downtown. Rubinho was at the World Cup when he smelled the characteristic perfume of his beloved. She leaned against the door, hugged him, and kissed him repeatedly. My love, I miss you so much. I was also dying of longing, no matter how short the time we were apart. I miss you. You look so good. I tried to hold it in until now, and I managed. I was dying to call, but I held back. What happened? Guess what? You received a raise, and I was also promoted. Aloy felt immense joy, bathed Rubinho, and kissed him many times on the face and lips. My dear, congratulations. I was sure that soon they would realize your value. You are very competent. Poraval is passing everything on to me. Next week, I start as manager. I was a little suspicious, but I kept quiet when Maria Helena told me about the changes in the organizational chart, the creation of a council, etc. I knew there were opportunities for you. The one who didn't like all of this was Heitor. I don't believe it's fair. Your best friend was furious. It seemed like a misfortune would fall upon your head. I was disappointed. But then I reflected and remembered the blessed encounters with your Uncle Gustavo, especially the one about the victim, right? As you know, I remember the meeting about victimhood by your friend. You act this way. You feel like a victim of any and every situation that is not favorable to you. As long as you don't let go of victimhood, react, and take control of yourself, you will never be able to change your destiny. A third voice echoed in the room. Optimism is the force that leads everything to success. Aloy and Rubinho turned to the door. It was Myrna who had spoken. Aloy was amazed. Optimism is a force that everyone uses, but very few use it. Myrna walked over to Rubinho. Congratulations. I didn't have time to congratulate you before on the promotion. I was full of work and a boss's attitude. Mina lowered her eyes. Rubinho shook her head, embarrassed. Don't worry. I know you're telling me from the heart, Dean. It's like this. Soon everything will return to normal. I'm afraid not. He's very nervous because he didn't come to work today. Mir didn't answer. Aloy noticed bruises on the young woman's face. She tried to hide it. Soon everything will change. Listen, where did you get that beautiful and profound phrase? She felt her eyes turn red. It was a book I bought. This was recommended by an acquaintance. You know, I have no friends, and the atmosphere here at the office has never been the best. I feel like people distance themselves. You also act that way with me. Aloy and Rubinho looked at each other. Aloy said, Look, believe it or not, Rubinho and I are spiritualists, and we love to study topics like reincarnation, life after death, and especially the energetic world of which we are a part. I'm very ignorant in almost everything, but this is a subject that fascinates me, even though I know little about it. What does this have to do with the fact that people don't like me? It's not about whether they like you or not, but the energy you emanate that comes out of your pores. The type of thought you produce generates a wave of energy, and the most sensitive people can capture it. Sometimes there are people or minds connected to you by affinity that increase this charge of energy around you. If it is good energy, people will feel a tremendous well-being around you, but if it is unpleasant, it will produce a tremendous discomfort. Sometimes Rubinho and I felt a strange wave around you, as if there were a concentration of very bad thoughts fed by your mind or by others connected to you. Mina shuddered. Guilt generates bad energy. Guilt does not generate energy. It is a mechanism our mind uses to punish us for something we judge to be wrong. If you think you did something inadmissible wrong, there may be the key to guilt, and the thoughts of those who feel guilty with remorse are not the most positive. Do you agree? It is true. I feel unwell. I feel nausea, a headache, without further ado. Then, just like that, it comes and goes. Rubinho cast a suspicious look at Aloy, who said, Have you ever received a pass many years ago in Espirito Santo? I even went to a few sessions at a spiritualist center with a friend, and then I would like to participate in a meeting with us. It is not a spiritist center. We talk about spirituality and conclude our studies with a restorative pass that brings us peace and balance. I would love to. I need it. I feel that I have to change many things in my life. I am going to consult my uncle Gustavo to see if you can participate this week. I can invite Heitor too. I doubt he will go. He has considered Rubinho for a long time. I have called him and he refuses to go. He says he does not want to waste time with these things. But since you like him, we can do a vibration from a distance. What do you think? I think it is great. I am available any day of the week. Although I am working a little too much since Mr. Sousa's, I'm really enjoying my work. You've improved significantly. Myrna praised Rubinho. If you keep it up, you'll be promoted soon, and I'll be the one to congratulate you. Thank you. I love working here. I know I can improve. Now I need to get back to work. Excuse me. Rubinho looked at Aloy in astonishment. Who would have thought? We were talking the girl with the heavy energy. So there's something. Did you notice something? No, because I noticed. Myrna is tormented. It seems like she's hiding something. I don't know, but it has nothing to do with falsehood. She's afraid of being judged. She's punishing herself. Do you really think so? Yes. And she didn't notice the rough marks on her face. I noticed. Do you think it will be possible? I don't know. Myrna is already living in the apartment. It seems interesting. She's not negative like Heitor, but she's connected to guilt. Maybe it's guilt. Those who are guilty are afraid, and fear always attracts negative energy. Unpleasant situations. You're right. I'll call you Gustavo now if she allows it. I want to take her to the meeting this week. I thought it was strange that you invited her like that right away. I did too, but I tried to respect my intuition. It's as if a voice insisted that we take her to our meeting. She needs it. I need help too. Rubinho curled his lip and made Binho laugh. Aloy laughed and kissed him again at the restaurant after ordering. Mario was emphatic. There's something strange at home. I thought Mom was going to collapse and have a fit, but nothing. She went out yesterday with Dona Isarinia and came back late at night for breakfast. She talked to me as if nothing had happened. She doesn't want to see the truth. How can we help her? Let's take it easy. We have to show her that the truth doesn't hurt. It's our illusions that hurt. She needs to take care of herself and take ownership of herself. Change her attitudes. Become strong. She gives a lot of value to what others think. One day she will realize her worth and will no longer care about anything. Do you think everything is possible? Remember how she and I treated each other? You were always fighting. So I changed when I started to understand myself and recognize my mistakes. To accept myself just the way I am. It became easier to accept others. In fact, Mom and I are very similar now that we are close. Clarice was finishing packing in the office when Mariano appeared. Hey, don't you want to have dinner with us today? Antonia learned that this is your last week here. She wants you here. She doesn't accept no for an answer, so there's no other way out. I have to accept it. Great. I'm leaving now. You're not leaving. I'll wait just a moment so we can go down together. I need to call Aunt Carlotta. I want to visit her on Friday. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to. And the three of us, Antonia, misses you too. Clarice called you, and they arranged to meet on Friday. She grabbed her bag and went to the elevator lobby. Mariano was waiting for her. I'll follow in my car, she said. Don't leave your car. I'll bring you to the factory garage tomorrow because it's a lot of sacrifice. You need to be rested and take care of your transfer. You're very kind. They talked until the parking lot. They got in the car and headed toward the exit of the building. While Mariano was driving, he was talking about Clarice's move. Antonia and I will take care of the apartment until it's best to do so. I took the liberty of talking to the maid since we share her services. She will work every day with us. Every 15 days, she will go to your apartment and do a cleaning, remove dust, open windows, etc. Every Friday, I will go to the concierge to pick up mail. I'll call you and give you the amount. You don't need to include the bills from the week's mail. You and Antonia have done so much for me. I never thought the changes would happen so quickly and everything would work out so well. I knew you liked Maria Helena. She's tough, but she's a good person. I like her a lot, but I was enchanted by Aloy. She's so kind, so polite, with an incredible intelligence, and she seems so simple. I knew her from conversations on the phone. She was always very friendly and never used her power because of the fact that being the secretary of the company president was always very correct. They both made a good impression on me. I'm sure I made the same positive impact. We'll get along very well. My dear, you'll grow a lot in Rio. Soon you'll be earning an even higher salary. You'll find a good husband. Everything will be wonderful. Oh, I'm so excited. Mariano, you have no idea how much I want everything to work out. I'm dying to move to Rio now. The dream has finally come true. You deserve it. The poor, toothless country girl is now the secretary of the president of one of the largest companies in the country. I'm proud of you. Mariano turned and kissed the air on his cheek. A tear ran down the corner of one of his eyes. Clarice was happy on Friday afternoon. Clarice arrived at the house with a hubcap. The girl thought she was going to move without coming here. Clarissa hugged her aunt affectionately. Imagine you. You've always been like mom to me. You'd never do something like that. It's a shame Mariano couldn't come. I arranged with Antonio. Adam, what next week? After all, who knows when you'll return to visit your old aunt? Don't talk like that. I love you. You'll spend the days with me in Rio. From time to time, I'm not past that age in Rio de Janeiro. What's up, aunt? In Copacabana, it is full of widowed, divorced men. Now you want to play Cupid. They both laughed. Clarice hugged her aunt again. I'm very grateful for everything you did for me. Carlotta got emotional, trying to compose herself, and said, Come in. I prepared a very tasty snack. We'll have dinner later. It's been a while since I've had a snack. Annie, however, here you have the right to cake, donuts, and much more, and everything is handmade. This way, I'll arrive in Rio with a few extra pounds. You won't gain weight. You're so thin. You've been working so hard. A few sweets won't do you any harm. My daughter came in and went straight to the kitchen. The table was beautifully decorated with sweet cakes, rolls, and bread, all made in the clay oven that Carlotta had in the backyard of her small farm. Andy, what a beautiful table. Sit down, enjoy. I'm going to make the coffee. Clara sat down and began to eat. She filled her plate with glim. How long has it been since I ate those guavas? Just the same. Annie, how delicious. Promise you'll send me some sweet preserves. I promise when you have a fixed address, I'll send the preserves. I'm so happy. You've always wanted this. And the taste of victory is tastier knowing what Heitor did to you a few years ago. Clara shrugged. This is part of the past, and I'm not going to hold on to it. I need my mind to be open to other things. These old, negative thoughts don't help at all. They only bring unhappiness. That's how it is said. There's no point in holding grudges. And after all, Annie, there are no victims in the world. You did what you did, and it was because I allowed you to do it. In fact, I attracted this to you. I was insecure, foolish, dependent. What's better? It could happen to me. It's true. I wasn't prepared at that time. Today, you have the structure to succeed in that big city. I'll definitely run into Heitor at the office. How I'd like to see his face when he recognizes you. Andy, it's okay, but don't be even a little curious. His conscience will burn. Don't worry. I'll tell you everything later. It's okay. Carlotta finished straining the coffee and put on the table. Sit down. Help yourself. I didn't heat the milk. Why do you keep enjoying the coffee? Tell me what you're really going to do. What do you mean? I only know that you're going to Rio to work at the Palada headquarters. What will your position be? The same as that. I won't be the president's secretary. Now I'll work directly with Drought Eugenio Brandeo. Carlotta was pouring coffee into her cup, and, upon hearing Eugenio's name, she let the bully fall to the ground. Andy, what was that? He burned himself. Oh, no, I'm walking. Careless lately, you lied. Stay there, I'll fix it. Clarice got up and picked up a wet towel and wiped it on the floor. Lucky I didn't fall on you. I'll boil more water. Clarice didn't notice Carlotta's nervousness. She continued talking. I'm very happy. I met his daughter today. She's very pretty and very nice. Carlotta turned her back so Clarice wouldn't notice. Besides feeling butterflies in her stomach, she couldn't hold back the tears that fell down her face. Chapter 13. Clarice arrived on the first flight from Belo Horizonte to Rio. It was still very early when she landed at Santos Airport. She brought little luggage. A carrier would bring the rest of her belongings. As soon as Clarice rented an apartment, she took a taxi and went to the office. The employees were still arriving for work when she entered the building. She found Aloy in the lobby. "Good morning." Aloy turned and greeted the astonished Clarice. "Good morning. So early. I thought you'd come around lunchtime. There was no way I couldn't miss it. I was anxious. I wanted to start today. Why not at the normal time? The office has already earned points. Drought Eugenio is waiting for you after lunch. You'll be happy. I'd like to introduce you to my boyfriend, Rubinho. It's a pleasure. Clarice, you really are very beautiful." Aloy didn't lie when she said how much she was. "Bella," she said, making a graceful gesture with her hands. "Thank you. Prepare to be harassed by hawks. This office is full," Aloy said with a graceful gesture with her hands. "Only this one has no right." "Just kidding." Rubinho laughed. "I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to be rude. I was honest. You're charming. You have a beautiful smile.